My name is Barbara Light. I'm currently living in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, where I've been for the last 10 months, and the living is very nice here. Um, my journey is primarily about my ankles. Have, uh, I don't know if I still have it, I had end stage arthritis in both of my ankles. Um, 4 years ago, I was on 8 a day. There was no hope. If I came downstairs, I knew someone was coming. I'd put a note on the front door and it said, "Door is open, please come in," because I did not want to have to get up and walk to the door or to the mailbox. I sat on the couch most of the day. I was depressed. I couldn't travel. And I was in pain all day long. The local orthopedic said, "Well, I can give you a shot of cortisone," which I really didn't want. And a friend of mine mentioned to me that she had a cousin who had bad ankles and was helped by stem cells. And so I explored that and I found the number one stem cell doctors in the US in suburban Colorado. And I went and I met with them. And I learned that my condition was so bad that I had to go offshore to their clinic in the Cayman Islands in order to get the maximum amount of stem cells that I could get to help my ankles. No guarantees. I spent the next 3 years. I made 4 trips to the Cayman Islands. The first trip took the stem cells from my sacrum, grew them, and they said, you're okay to go. And then 3 more trips where they injected hundreds of millions of stem cells into my ankles. And I have to say, I would say my pain was a 12 out of 10 when I started with a leave every hour. Let's see, when I arrived back here in San Miguel in late February, I would say my ankles were at about a 3.5. And I was grateful for that. I could walk 3 or 4 miles a day. I was not taking any meds. 3.5 out of 10, it's kind of manageable. Every flex is noticeable, but it's not terrible. The stem cells did help my right ankle, which had been broken twice as a child, but my left ankle, the ligaments, the tendons, the bone spurs, everything was a mess. I mean, I have the MRI. I don't know what the MRI shows now, but I kind of was grateful that I could walk and travel. I was in France in 2018. At that point, I had a 3-hour window where I could go to a museum or take a walk on a walking tour, and I was done for the day. So in August, a friend of mine said, I heard about these stem cell patches, and you want to try them? So I already knew quite a lot about stem cells, and I said, yeah, why not? Maybe it'll help. I'll give it a 3-month shot. I figured, $100 a month, I could easily spend that at Starbucks, and I was willing to spend that on myself. And so she gave me one of her packages of X39 the day after she started, and we started. And I would say on day 5, I noticed that the pain in my ankles seemed to be a little bit less. It went from about a 3.5 to about a 2.75. I said, well, I'm not sure it's the patches. Maybe I'm just having a good day, but it stayed there. And I was so grateful. I mean, anything that was better was better. About 3.5 weeks into taking the patches, I had another surprise. The pain, I woke up one day and the pain was at about 2. And I thought, well, I don't know if it's the patches. Maybe I'm just having a good day. But it continued to be there. And I've been on the patches now since August 8th. And I would say the pain is maybe a 1. It's still there. It's not perfect. I mean, it's a 73-year-old ankle with arthritis, but it is not limiting to me in any way. Last Saturday, I did an 8.1 miles that day, and I could have gone on. Yes. So I am absolutely thrilled with with those results. And I have a lot of friends on this call now. told everybody to come on this call. And my joy is helping people. I've been a realtor for many years. I have enough to live on. I don't really need the money from LifeWave. And what I'm doing with my money is I am donating it to a local water organization that is providing the indigenous people with water filtration. The water here is full of arsenic and fluoride, and it causes brain damage and learning disabilities, kidney issues, and the like. And I am going to be filling their wish list. And I am absolutely thrilled to be able to do that. People say, oh, I want to make a contribution. I said, no, try the patches. And if you like them and you order them, you'll be making your own contribution. So I just want to share, I don't know how much time I have left, but I've also been using the Alavita patch, the whole Alavita skincare system. And I want to say that I'm a 6-hour a night sleeper. I'm the sleep 30 seconds after I hit the pillow. I wake up 6 hours later and I'm refreshed. I've been sleeping 7.5 hours with the Alavita patch, which I generally put right here. However, I found that my wrinkles on my forehead were disappearing when I patched it there. So I've been cutting them in half and now putting them on my crow's feet, on my lip lines and here. And I can't wait to get up in the morning. I feel like I had a Botox shot wherever I put them. So I love that patch. And I did want to say just a couple of things. I have a small dog. She is going to be 14 next month. And when I started the patches the day after, I thought she was going to die. She did not eat. She didn't want to walk, nothing. I thought, well, I'm patching myself. Let me patch her. And so I put an X39 on her tummy. And by 6:30, I called 2 vets. Nobody was answering their phone. By 6:30 that night, she was eating. And I'm just picking her up. And I will show you, for any of you pet lovers, how I patch her now. She did not like the patch on her tummy when I tore it off. So I now have it on a bandage, and I put the patch right there. And then I tie the bandage here so it doesn't stick her, but she has it. And she is now walking up and down the stairs in my house without a problem. And I feel like she's on an extended life. I alternate her with a carnosine and an X39, and she just is much more aware. She's eating up a storm. She's not walking a lot, but a lot better than she was.
Well, Barbara, let me say, I know there's 2 more things that are very impressive that you've had results on. So if you can quickly tell us about your finger that was cut and also your scars.
Yeah, okay. I cut this finger probably 4 days ago when I was chopping some vegetables. There's a slight mark there now. And I left it alone. And the next day it was festering. It was really pulsing away. And I thought, oh, I don't have any antibiotic ointment or anything. I'm going to put a carnosine on it. So I threw a carnosine on it before I went to bed. And I woke up in the morning and it was 80% better. The next day, it was closed up and it was totally unswollen. It's now 4 days. There's not a mark on it. The other thing is I have a scar on my right ankle. It's about this big. It was 1/2 inch thick and about 4 inches long. When I was 12, they'd set my foot, which was my ankle, which was broken at 5. They set it wrong and they cut it open to reset it when I was 12. So that is 60 years ago. It is a scar that was always raised and ugly. That's all I can say. If I could show you, I would. It has not disappeared. It was a thick pink scar. It is white. It is flattened out. 60-year-old scar. It is flattened out and it is white, and it's remarkable. That's all I can say. I mean, it's definitely a benefit. Certainly, I've been living with that scar my whole life, and now it's disappearing.